Today, we're headed back to Ollies to see if they've loaded up with anything new, and of course they did. They had boxes loaded full of new Berkley baits. So of course, I said, why not, and let's do a challenge.
If we get this video to 200 likes, I'll give them all away to you guys.
So let's get this video to 200 likes.
So you guys, it has been a long time since we've been to an Ollies. I'm going to the big Ollies to see if we can find anything new because the other Ollies had quite a few new Berkley stuff. So let's get inside and see what they have. Now I will say they had quite a few Berkley items that I've not seen before. And of course they had the Mike Iaconelli gillies there. So I'll be curious if they have those here. Fingers are crossed because I have not been here in a while. So I'm hoping it's restocked with a bunch of new products. Because I feel like they haven't had anything new since basically spring. Well, I will say already walking up, they do have some Rage Swimmers. I feel like that's pretty retail. Now granted, these are the 4.75 inch, these are massive. What is that, a Morning Dawn color? But I feel like that's pretty retail. I'm not really sure. They got some swim bait jig heads here, very, very heavy. I'm hoping though, there's more than just that. Oh, it looks like they got a bunch of new Strike King. That's what they got. They have a bunch of Strike King stuff. I feel like also too, last time I was here, they did have Strike King before, but I don't know if it was to the variety of this. They did have the Craws, that's for sure. They did have the Menace as well, the Rage Menace. No, these are the Magnum Menace. I'm hoping though. Let's see. Oh, here's some of the Berkley stuff. These are Mike Iaconelli's too. The Flute Worm. They look really interesting. If you look at the actual image of it, I mean, it legitimately looks like almost like a flute or clarinet for any of my band people out there. Okay. So they oh, here they are. Here's the gills here, the gillies, I think they're called. Can't remember. I think they are called the gillies though. Blue and black fleck. I've not seen blue and black before. Oh, and then here's some more. I can't remember the name. They always cover the names of them, but those are some pretty wild looking craws too. So they definitely have some new stuff, a lot of soft plastics. I'm hoping I can find maybe some new, some hard baits too. Oh yeah, look at this, the whole box of power baits. Oh my gosh, 2 massive boxes. So I'm assuming it's probably all of the same stuff, different colors. That's a wild color. What is the color on that? Did they even say? Oh, Ike's Morning Dawn. Whoa, that is a wild color. For $4, I might put those to the side just because just of the color. But I have a feeling it's a lot of the Fluke Worm. They had 2 sizes at the other Ollies. They had the giant ones here. I think these are the 6.7 inch. Then I think they had more of like a natural like Senko size as well. And that is just a massive box of Berkley here. I don't want to make a big mess, and I know as soon as I pull it down, it's all going to fly out. But a lot of the gills, I don't know if anybody, let me know in the comments if you guys have had any success on these. I actually bought some that were on clearance. They got some bigger sizes too. These would actually be fun to throw. But I did not have any success on them. I just found that they ripped really easily. I actually recommend a screw lock hook. That's where I found it to work the best. Because again, where you Texas rig it is where it rips the quickest. And I think once you, oh, here they go. Here's the Flute Worm in the 4.7, so more natural Senko size. But I found that definitely the screw lock was the way to go. So it definitely looks like they've gotten a lot of Strike King and Berkley. So I wonder wherever they got all of this from and they've had Yamamoto. Yamamoto's not a new thing. Yamamoto's been kind of like just being slowly cleared out here. But I'm seeing a lot of Strike King and a lot of Berkley. And unfortunately, I don't see any hard baits, any new hard baits. They used to have a ton. Oh, they have some back here. You can't really get to them. I wonder if I could turn this thing. I think I can. They have the pink ones. Those are pretty sweet looking. Massive. 5.7. Oh my gosh. Talk about a giant swim bait. I might even try these. Yeah, I think they have 2 colors here and the green pumpkin as well. 2 massive, 5.75. Dang, that's massive for $5. I don't see, but it seems like they've slimmed down a lot. They had a bunch of rattle traps, which it doesn't look like they have anymore. But honestly, it's kind of cool. I might have to just dig around and see if I find anything new. If everything's in these bins, it's gonna take a little bit longer with one hand. So I'm gonna kind of stop recording here and then see if I can find anything while digging around, and you guys will see it. I actually forgot to show too, they had these as well, not the same size though. Hollow belly, so they must float. Interesting. For $5, 6-inch swim bait, little paddle tail. But again, it's all of the same stuff. It's all the gills here and the bigger size, normal size, like smaller size, and then the flute worms. Oh, here's a little trout colored one. That's pretty cool. I don't think we have a lot of trout. I mean, granted, bass will just smash anything, but we don't have a lot of trout where I fish. Trout is not a normal food source for the bass around me. That's a really wicked color. I mean, so much Berkley though. Jeez. Well, while scrunging around, I did find another Dobbins 3/4 ounce spinnerbait, but realistically, it's kind of all of the same. A lot of just some of the same kind of stuff. These are new, the BERKLEY. I feel like these are a little bit new. Too deep diving for me. Did they say the depth? 0 to 2, that's actually not bad. Well, I see one hiding right there. There's another Dobbins spinnerbait. Let's put it in the box. Honestly, for the price, I don't see why you wouldn't get these. Again, it's for $5. It's a really nice spinnerbait. I think this is 3/8 ounces, perfect size. I recommend picking them up if your Ollie still has them. Well, I guess they still had some up here. I didn't see these. So they have some down there and some up there. I do really like them. Here's the 4.7. I don't know. I feel like I might just get the massive swim baits. I don't know. I think they just look really interesting and a lot of fun. And they're in that pink color. They call them lavender shad. That's pretty cool. Maybe I need to pair it with the Squadron swim bait hook. These actually look kind of small. It's 1/4 ounce. They're not as big as I thought they were. We got 3/8, 1/4 ounce, 1/4 ounce. What are these up here? 1/4. They're actually not as big as I thought. And they're the weedless version for $5. I might dig through these. I like the 3/8 ounce. I wish they had them in. No, 3/8 is a little heavy. I like the 3/16. That's heavy. I wish they had them in 3/16. The 1/4 ounce on these guys though, I might have to see if they would even fit, but I might have to check them out. So a quick look. These are tiny on this big old swim bait. I don't know if I have big enough swim bait hooks for this. Maybe I do. I think I picked up some BERKLEY, but these are too small. But I kind of like them. And well, guess what? As I was putting those hooks back, I found this. I already have one. I'm not going to get another one, but it's nice to see a frog. Well, while digging through this box right here, I found some more, not necessarily massive, but 4.7-inch swim baits in pink. Maybe this is just going to be a pink video. Get these right here, the Salmo swim baits. I don't know, paddle tails. It's pretty cool. And then I have these guys right here. Maybe it's just one of those pink videos. I say if we get this video to 200 likes, I'm gonna pick up some more pink baits and I'll give them all away to you guys. All right, guys. Well, so unfortunately, I have not seen anything else really pink. However, I did find that I did some searching through these hooks here, and I thought the 1/4 ounce and the 3/8 ounce size hooks were the same. So I actually took one out, and they fit perfectly for the larger size 5.75-inch swim baits here. I'm not gonna pick them up though because I do have some BERKLEYs at home. And I don't necessarily need these size hooks, but if I do, they have plenty here. I can come back for them and pick them up. But unfortunately, I have not seen anything other pink. I'm not going to give up yet, but I'm not seeing a lot of new other than the Strike King and the BERKLEY. I would really like to just find even just one more pink bait for me to fish with, but I don't see anything. And again, it's like it's all BERKLEY and it's all Strike King. And Salmo too. I've seen a lot of that, but I have not seen other baits that are pink laying around. Oh, these are nice though. They're not pink, but I like them. They're called the UV Pearl, Pro Pearl. I mean, that's kind of a color I like to throw. It's not the pink we're after, but if there was a color, if I wasn't doing a challenge, I'd definitely pick these up. So I don't know if I said this to you guys. So here's the 5.75, and they did have a pink, or I guess they're calling it lavender, a lavender shad color in the 4.75. I have not been able to find any other pink baits, so it looks like we're doing a swim bait and like a worm video. I'm gonna keep looking, but I'm gonna pick those up too if I can't find anything else. All right, so I just wanted to pull it out just so you guys can just see how much BERKLEY, and there's some that are kind of like mixed in through the stuff here. All of this is all the same baits. Again, it's not like it's a huge variety, but it just, again, it's kind of those things that probably aren't really selling or they're discontinuing. And again, I don't know, I don't have a strong opinion on them. I don't know, I wasn't a huge fan of the durability, but once I used a screw lock hook, it seemed like it was better. But I mean, these craws look really freaking good for $4. I'm really excited to try these worms out. I don't know, they're really unique, really unique, and I like that color. So this is our pile. This is all I've found so far that's pink. We got the flute worms, we got the Salmo 4.7-inch paddle tails here. We have the 2 different sizes of the rage tails, or the rage swimmers. So I'm gonna keep looking, but realistically, I really do think that's all I'm gonna find pink. I didn't have a rhyme or reason for this video, but seeing all the pink items and just thinking of something fun to do, we're gonna do that. All right, guys, I'm gonna be honest. I looked and I could not find anything else pink related. However, and I will say, I did put back the 4.75-inch swim baits because I feel like having 2 of the same bait doesn't make a lot of sense, and I think having the challenging 5.75-inch will be a lot more fun. However, I think what I'll do is I'll add some pink baits to it to make it a more of like a fishing with only pink baits, but I'm gonna give away all the baits that are in this bag. So let me show you what I picked up. So again, I picked up the BERKLEY Power Bait Mike Iaconelli Flute Worm. I don't know, those are really interesting. They're interesting because the colors are random. Some are all pink, some are mostly purple, some are mixed. So it's definitely interesting, and I think it'll be a lot of fun to throw. Then again, we picked up those pink Salmo swim baits here, the paddle tails, the 4.75-inch in the UV pink candy. Hopefully bass are feeling some candy. And of course, last but not least, these giant swim baits here, the 5.75-inch. Again, I put the other ones back because I felt like because we have 2 of the same bait, it's not really, it doesn't make sense. But again, if this video gets to 250 likes, when we do the fishing video, I'll also add some of the baits that I have to this giveaway. So not only will you win those pink baits, you'll win some extra baits, maybe even some custom baits in that video. So let's get this video to 250 likes. I'll give away those baits and some custom baits. All right, guys, again, if you enjoyed this content, make sure you guys like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys again real soon. Peace.